I suppose the first thing I want to thank Parnells anyway for the invite tonight. Okay, it actually meant a lot to me and meant a lot to everyone involved in Camogie to come up and talk tonight. And I'm delighted to see Carmel and Margaret down there as well. Carmel's doing a lot of work in Parnells for the Camogie, and so is Margaret doing an awful lot of work in Clarny as well. Starting off anyway, look, I want to give you a small bit about the history about Camogie and Kerry, alright? I suppose in its current guise, Camogie was resurrected in 2006, okay? It wasn't me. Okay, it was resurrected in 2006, okay, with 3 clubs. Okay, the 3 clubs were Causeway, Killard, which is made up of Kilmoy and Arfort, and Abbeyleix, which is Abbeydourney and Lexna. The 3 clubs at first concentrated on their underage structures, okay, and they fielded teams from under 10 and under 12 teams. They decided to come together and field one combined under 14 team. This combination took part in national failure competitions, and for the next couple of years, this is how the underage setup continued. With combined Kerry teams winning Division 3 and 4 at national failure competitions in 2008 and 2009. These victories provided a massive boost to the profile of Camogie and Kerry, and due to the diligence of committed club people in Causeway and Killard, both clubs were able to field their own under 14 club teams. And Killard on their own actually won the National Division 4 fail in 2010. I actually became involved with Camogie in 2010 when I became part of a management team who took on the under 14 Kerry Camogie team. And we took part in an Ireland Blitz up in Croke Park. Also that year in 2010 I got elected as the chairman of the Camogie board in Kerry. We began fielding inter-county teams at under 16 and minor level, and in 2012 we fielded our first adult inter-county Camogie team. In total we have reached 6 All-Ireland finals from under 14 to adult. Unfortunately we've only won one in 2013 at under 14 level. Last year was a massive year for Camogie and Kerry, alright? I don't know if some people are aware of this, I hope a lot of people are, but Clanmorris Camogie Club were the first club in hurling or Camogie to win a Munster club title when they won the Munster Junior Club Camogie Championship. Okay, that's just a small bit about the history of Camogie and Kerry, alright? I was invited here to talk about the development of Camogie, alright? And I suppose I want to start off, first of all, I want to maybe ask a question to the people here. Is Camogie and GA the same thing in relation to the structures, the funding, and so on? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Okay, the Camogie Association is an associate member of the GA, okay, but they're 2 distinctly different organisations. Unfortunately, Michael Cusack, okay, he was a visionary in some ways. Towards women's participation in sport, he was not. Okay, he believed that women's position in sport was there to support the men, to go out in the field, stand in the sideline, cheer them on, not to partake in the sport. Okay, luckily enough though, a number of women did not agree with this view, alright, and in 1904 they established the Camogie Association. So the Camogie Association is a totally distinct and separate organisation to the GA. Okay? Now, how does this affect Camogie and Kerry? I suppose it all comes back to money. It's the big thing, alright? Right, the Camogie board in Kerry, right? We self-finance, okay? We receive no monies from the Kerry County board, okay? All our fundraising is totally separate to that of the GA board, okay? But unfortunately, the perception exists out there among some people, businesses and sponsors of the GA board, and among other people, that the GA board in Kerry pays for our activities. Okay, can I just assure everyone here, they do not. Okay, all our bills and our expenses are paid for by our own fundraising activities, and any facilities we use, like for example the hurling wall in Causeway, we pay to use it. On a practical level, each association has membership requirements. If you want to coach teams or play, you have to pay a membership to each separate organisation, whether it be ladies football, the GAA or the Camogie Association. Now, if you're unlucky to be a very talented girl, okay, you have to play a separate, and you play ladies football and you play Camogie, you have to pay 2 separate memberships. If you want to follow your GA team, Okay, you have to pay a GA membership then as well. Now, I know the one club model does exist, but in relation to Camogie and Hurling Kerry, Tralee Parnells is the only one that I know that exists. Okay, the repetition and wastage, I feel, amongst the associations is a common occurrence. I will take 3 examples: coaching, matches and refereeing. If you become a foundation level coach in hurling for the GA, you're not seen as qualified in the Camogie Association as a foundation level coach. So the Camogie Association run their own foundation level coaching award. I'll take an example there. In December, I'm a foundation level tutor. I ran a GA foundation level coach down below in South Kerry. 3 weeks later, as a board, we had to run a foundation level coach for Camogie coaches in Kerry as well. Less than a month apart. Okay? Like, I know there are small minor differences between the two sports. Okay, you can hand pass a goal in Camogie. Okay, would be, I suppose, the most obvious one. All right, but they are practically identical. Why do we have to run 2 separate coaching courses? Okay, in reference to matches. Okay, if the Clare hurlers, the Cork hurlers, or the Kerry footballers are down to play a game the same day as their female counterparts, why do the games have to take place in 2 separate venues? Why could they not take place in the one venue? If a paying public person goes to a match, they'll have to pay to get into the ladies' football game, they have to pay to get into the Camogie game, and they'll have to pay to get into the GA game as well. And my third part would be the referee. You could be the greatest referee in Ireland. You could just be after refereeing the All-Ireland Hurling final. Okay? You could be asked to referee a Camogie game the next day. If you're not qualified to referee a Camogie game, if a player gets injured in that game, they're not covered by insurance. Unless that referee has done the Camogie referees course. Why could it not be the famous word, a bit of joined up thinking between the associations and have one referees course, where you'll be qualified for the two sports? I can guarantee the rules are not that different. They are extremely similar. Okay? Times are changing, and I know Liam O'Neill expressed his disappointment recently in not being able to bring the Camogie Association and the Ladies Gaelic Football Association together with the GA to form the one association, much like what exists with the FAI in soccer and the RFU in rugby. What are my hopes for the future of Camogie and Kerry? At the moment, we have 5 clubs, 4 underage and 1 adult. In the next 5 years, I would hope that Camogie and Kerry could grow to the extent that we're able to run our own senior county championship, with Causeway, Killard, Parnells and Killarney being able to field adult teams. I believe it is a realistic ambition to increase the number of underage clubs by just 1 or 2. I'm not looking to make major steps, huge steps, 1 or 2. If you were to do a survey from the existing Camogie clubs, there is a serious lack of girls playing from the hurling hotbeds of Abbeydorney, Crotta, Lexna and Ballyduff, and in the south of the county in Kilmare and Kilgarvan. I believe the scope for the establishment of clubs in these areas is there. If you were to go to any under 8, under 10s blitz held by David or held by Morris, I guarantee you'll be struck by a talented girl right in the middle of the boys, just as good as them. These girls can only play with the boys to an under 12 level, and unfortunately seem to give up, as there is no Camogie club of their own in their own parish. Thirdly, I firmly believe that with the current talent available and coming through, it is a realistic ambition that our adult inter-county team could compete in an All-Ireland final in Croke Park. Currently, we compete in the 4th tier of the All-Ireland competition, Junior A level. Last year, losing out in the All-Ireland semi-final to Limerick, the eventual winners. This is only one step off Junior level, whose All-Ireland final is played in Croke Park annually, along with the intermediate and senior finals. While this is only one step up, it is a high step, but an achievable one. Currently, all our Camogie teams have to pay for their own buses, and some of them drive by carpooling to neighbouring counties, Cork and Limerick. We are unable to afford a physio to attend games or a doctor. If a girl gets injured, she has to pay for her own physio treatment, and we are unable to reimburse her. Some of these costs could be met by the Camogie board if we could attract a title sponsor. I see in Dublin, AIG Insurance sponsor all inter-county teams, both male and female. And it is also true with Glanbia and Kilkenny. An injection of sponsorship money here could help the Inter-County Camogie Board develop further. I hope I haven't painted too negative a picture, because the work that has occurred since 2006 has been immense in Camogie and Kerry. It is down to the work of a dedicated number of volunteers, who I'd like to thank very, very much. We have all come a long way from 3 clubs who could only able to field under 10, under 12 teams, to where we are now fielding 4 inter-county teams at 4 different age groups. I just believe that if we could find solutions to some of these issues, Camogie could really thrive in Kerry. Again, I would like to thank Parnells for this opportunity and thank everybody for listening. Go raibh míle maith.